Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. Yes, right now it's the 24th of October, as you can see right here, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at all of the brand new Rust Workshop skin submissions that appeared over the past weekend and as of Monday, because we're in the hunt to identify any potential continuations of collections. Now, just to give you a little bit of a heads up, you might notice none of these skins are Halloween themed or spooky themed. Yep, because we're only going to have one more Rust store this week. That's going to be Halloween themed. That'll be Halloween week 2. But when we hit November time, we will be returning to normal with these somewhat normal looking skins. But yeah, you get the idea. So basically only one more week for Halloween for the end of October, and then next week will be November Force Wipe, and we will be returning to normal skins, aka not themed around Halloween is the main point. Now you might be wondering, what's this video all about? Well, essentially, we're on the hunt to identify any potential investments based on any potential continuations or collections. How does that work? Well, with a Rust store, if you see a new skin that's part of a collection being accepted, typically by default you will see the previous skins from the same collection having a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price. So if we could look around and identify all the continuations today, we could consider if there's a potential investment to be made in hopes of making some sweet, delicious profits. Sounds good? So yeah, we're mainly looking at this with a financial perspective, if you can understand that. The main intention is identifying potential investments, and that's where we use the likes of SMGnana to help us out, get a good visual to understand whether things are going to be alright with that and whatnot. Right, so before we start talking about all the brand new skins, I should point out, TGG has basically refined the batch of Halloween skins for week 2, so we had a round 1. We were expecting this last week, if you can remember when I was talking over here. I did a bit of an alternate version of talking about skins because I couldn't really make my own list for Halloween skins, so I'm sure some of you watched that video and understood that I was expecting something like this to happen. TGG essentially filtered out some of the lesser quality works. There's still 173, I should point out, there's still a lot of them there. But essentially, the skins that we can expect for October, Halloween week 2, should be from all of here, so keep an eye on all of this, get a good idea of what potentially could be accepted. Maybe items that haven't had acceptances based on, the last week. Maybe we're going to see something like, not another furnace, but maybe a sheepman door or a large box or something. So keep an eye on all of that and, consider looking at all of this list. Don't forget to say thank you to TGG for getting this all set up, and also consider watching their video, basically verifying that they refined everything. And of course, you can go to their YouTube right here and, consider watching all of their newest content, because they are the official person who's keeping you all informed in regards to the Rust skin content. Me, I'm just an investor type. Right, so as I said, we will be looking at all the brand new Rust Workshop skin submissions and basing them with the likes of SMGnana.app, the website here, to help us visualize if everything's going to be right in terms of investment. Over to here is my collection. It is the October 24th batch, and we only have 70 skins today. So I'm under the assumption that quite a lot of the skin creators probably didn't really feel like jumping straight back in. They're probably enjoying their 2 weeks off with the Halloween batch of Rust skins, so maybe we'll see some more people next week appearing. Maybe they might be taking the rest of the year off. Who knows? We shall see. But today, there's only 70 skins, and somehow, some way, Hedge is still going to keep screaming for up to about an hour or so. It's magic. I really don't hope to do that, don't worry. So, quick drink of water. Right, so before we get started, people, please realise if you were to look in the description of this video that you're watching right now, you'll notice that the link to this whole collection is right there. You could listen to me throughout the whole, the whole video playthrough and go through these skins as well. You could vote for the skin whether you like it or not, or you could consider offering a nice comment if you happen to like it. So with that, let's now jump straight in and start talking about deployables. So we have quite a decent amount of rug skins to start off today, and you might notice an instant continuation of collections right there. Sorry, stalled a little bit there, don't worry, let's jump straight in. So Molly has returned with this Granny's Floral Quilt. Looks very nice, very quaint, very, very cute. So if you happen to like this type of design, please consider voting yes or no. And don't forget, if you happen to like it a lot, please also consider offering a nice comment. Keep those skin creators nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative works every single week. And if you don't happen to like the skin, why not offer some feedback? Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. Don't be rude. Be nice. Try and help them out. And maybe they could consider your feedback, incorporate it into a version 2, and maybe at some point in the future they'll see if that could work, and maybe it does get accepted, and you help them out by offering your feedback. Sounds nice? Awesome. So if you happen to like this skin, please consider voting yes or no. Right, now we're on to the Sandcastle rug. Mr. Kosem has had 2 rug skins accepted this year. Could he go for number 3? Well, get a good look at this, and you can see the interior of a... What is going on here? Okay, right. It's quite literally a sandcastle. Not like all sculpted and whatnot. Well, I mean, it's sculpted, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, when you go in the sand, and then you can, like... with your bucket, you get the idea. But, hey... It's a perfectly fine design for what you can see right there. So if you feel like, you know what, I could do with a sandcastle, well, please consider voting yes or no. And just to repeat, yes, that is a rug. As you can see, they're all like lined up there. So yeah, all right. You're not buying a wall. So best of luck to you, Kosem. And then we have a continuation of a collection, the Hamster collection, made by Keka. As you can see right here, you can have the 3D mesh. And yes, it's just basically a big fat hamster. He is so fat, he is so squishy, and if you stand on him, he might squish even more. So, right, what's the difference between these two? Oh, this one has feet, and this one doesn't have feet. Fair enough. You're allowed to have small little changes like that. You're allowed to have an alternate version every single week. So if you're a skin creator, do be aware, if you wanted to put out a second version with a ever so slightly small different change, you are allowed to throw this out. So let's start talking about hamster stuff. Hamster. How much hamster stuff have we had? It's only a rock, really? So I'll be honest with you, I don't imagine this is going to spike in demand based on the rug. Well, actually, it might. It might. But if you can remember, not too long ago, I actually had a bit of a talk in regards to lowest price points. It's a great time to buy in during October time. The Hamster Rug quite literally was one of the main skins. You can see it there in the thumbnail that I talked about. And funnily enough, it's already doing very nice. Go look at its history. It was at its lowest point at the beginning of October, and ever since then, it's just been rising up in price. So right now, $2.80, if you look at the likes of all of its quantity, very small, very slim, easily could go up in price because there's next to no resistance. But if you look at its price history, look at that. As we said in the video, lowest point was around here at the beginning of October, and ever since then, it's just been rising and rising. And do you think it's going to stop there? No. Post-Christmas time, it's just going to keep going higher and higher and higher. So I'll be honest with you, by default, this is still going to go up in price. But with the rug potentially being accepted, it could still give it a very nice boost. I strap that hamster with a rocket and watch it fly. Main point is, by default, it's still doing all right. But the rug, I do think the rug would help it out. I do think the rug will give it a nice boost. And I welcome it. It's a perfectly fine goofy rug. So, as I have said, if you happen to like the skins that you see, please consider voting yes or no. And if you happen to like it a lot, also please consider offering a nice comment. I'm talking too quickly. I need to slow down. So, let's now start talking about the likes of lava furnaces. No, that one's a lava furnace. They're all furnaces. Brain's not working properly, but don't worry, this looks perfectly fine. Hermit has produced the lava furnace, as you can see right here. Nighttime with the nice orangey emission layer. Good. So if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no for Hermit's lava furnace. Right, this is not a lava furnace. This is actually Sant Marino. That actually looks very nice, Ishvik. What am I looking at here? Ah, very pristine, very nice, quite angelic. Oh, we've got a bit of a text at the back here. I don't think I can speak Latin. I don't. Yes, let's all gather round the furnace and say a prayer. I don't know what I'm reading there, but yeah, if you need to purify your base a little bit more, please consider voting yes or no for the Furnace Sant Marino, produced by Ishvik. Then over to here we have the Satan. What a change! If you don't want to have a nice purified base and you only want to get a whole lot more degenerate, well, we have the perfect furnace for you, yes. We have the Satan Furnace version 2, yes. There was an original version, but then they made it all more satanic. Oh, yes. So, yeah, that's a cool looking furnace. So you're a fan of that? Do you like what you see? Well, I'll be honest with you, considering with the goofy stuff that we just saw for Halloween, I'm not 100% sure if that would be accepted right about now, but who knows, who knows. And at the end of the day, if you happen to like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, to Mr. Multi-R-Hat Boris and Marco. And like I've said many times, if you happen to really like it, or you have some feedback that you might want to offer, please consider offering a nice comment or two. Right, now we can move on to storages. We only have one small box, and then we have several large boxes. At least with the small box, we have something to talk about, because this is a continuation. This is a continuation of the Fireflies collection. If you can remember, over the past 2 or so years, we've been seeing quite a decent amount of these being accepted. I believe the most recent one was the Furnace, if I can recall. We'll find that out in a second, because we're going to hop over to here and take a look at the Fireflies collection. Produced by Mr. Zinc. Come on. Here we go. Right, so what do we currently have? Oh no, the Furnace was... Oh no, Furnace was most recent. Sorry, I got it wrong order. Anyway, so we've got the likes of the double door, we've got the sheet metal door, we've got the sleeping bag, and we've got the Furnace. Now, these two aren't doing super good at the moment, but as I just alluded to a little bit earlier when I talked about the Hamster Rug, most skins right now are at their lowest point. October tends to be the lowest possible point. Now, with what we see here, we have a bit of a deployable collection getting started. I should also point out the likes of this Furnace and this sleeping bag. The amount of quantities that they currently have in the Steam market, as you can see right here, isn't that much. This only has 40, you know? And then there's like next to no resistance. You've got a 6 there, but that's nothing. In the grand scheme of things, 6 isn't going to last. That could easily get bought out. So yeah, there's next to nothing here. And then over to here, Firefly sleeping bag. This has 81 quantity. Now remember, on average, every rust skin in the Steam market usually has around 100 quantity. The fact that both of these skins have less than that, this one more specifically with a lot less, well, they're all okay. It's a whole lot easier for them to rise up in price, because they could easily get bought out. Look at that, no resistance. Do you see like a 50 or a 100 quantity here? No. This could easily get bought out. This could easily rise up in price, if that makes sense to all of you. So the likes of a brand new, where is it? It's not there. Oh, hasn't noticed it. If we do see the likes of, sorry about this, a brand new deployable skin being accepted that would be part of that collection, well, I do feel that we potentially could see a bit of a spike in demand for all of those other skins that we just saw. Could we potentially see a buyout for the likes of this Furnace? Could we potentially see a buyout for the likes of this sleeping bag? And could they potentially rise up in price ever so nicely? Based on the notion that they have next to no resistance and only a certain amount of quantity in the Steam market, yes, it could go up in price fairly nicely. So yeah, things are looking pretty good. And as I said, if this is what they are at their lowest, what are they going to look like when they are at their best? Usually around January time, more specifically January 2024 time. So it's a good consideration. That is definitely looking like a viable potential investment. And I'll be honest with you, what was the most recent small box skin that we had? Oh, it was this week. It's right there. How many have we had this year, actually? Let me just quickly verify that. And the answer is quite a lot. 12 this year, and we only had 8 last year. No wonder quite a lot of, well, all of them are in the negative. I'm not too surprised by that. If you have far too many options, then you're going to have problems like this. But post-Christmas time, I can still expect these to be in the positive. Last year, all of these small boxes were basically the exact same, all in the negative at one point, but then all of them ended up in the positive around January 2023 time, so it's definitely something that you could consider. But anyway, it's not been accepted yet, so we don't need to worry about that. If you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Zinc and Mr. Himmick. Right. Moving on, we have the likes of the fine riveted large box version 2, and get a Google at this. Very nice. Very grounded type of design. It's not super colourful, it's not super in your face. Perfect for the way it is. Nice craftsmanship. Very good job there, Mr. Silitra. If you happen to like the style of skin that you see here, that's just trying to look perfectly fine for what it is. Please consider voting yes or no. Please also consider offering a nice little comment right there. Then we have the we're talking about silly. We have a large plastic box made by Shino and Frog. A large wood box is your most popular and conventional way to store your belongings. Each box has a storage of, well, that's just common knowledge. What does a plastic box do, Shino? You didn't tell us. It's basically the same, it's just a skin. So yes, if you want to be able to store your stuff in a plastic box instead of a wood one, well, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too, and don't forget, also consider offering a nice comment. Then we have a much more stylish type of design. Mr. Slanosta seems to be taking a bit of a break from his Redemption collection, but he still produced a red skin. Anyway, get a good look at this. Do you happen to like this style? Do you happen to like the features, the gold trim? Is that to your liking? Well, do you know what to do? Do you know what you can do? You can offer your service to vote. Do you happen to like it? Vote yes. Do you not really like it that much? Vote no. But also consider, if you don't happen to like it that much, you could always offer your feedback. You could always consider offering a nice comment, if that makes sense to you. So get a quick, good look at that. Very nice. It doesn't seem to glow. No, it does not glow. So yep, if you happen to be a fan of that, please consider voting yes or no. Then we have a continuation right in front of us. The Dystopian Cell Large Box made by Kizaru. Now, if you aren't fully aware, very recently Kizaru got their first ever skin accepted, which was a sheet metal door, which you can see right here, down 38%. That's a fair bit awkward. This is their first ever skin to be accepted, and unfortunately it was a sheet metal door skin. What do you mean by that, Hedge? Well, essentially we have far too many sheet metal doors. If I just quickly show you this, you can see for yourself, there's like almost 200 of these, and pretty much every single one that came out this year is in the negative. Wow, but that's not too surprising. If you're fully well aware of the scope of things in regards to sheet metal door skins and whatnot, you should not be surprised by that at all. Anyway, this is a brand new skin, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think a lot of people took a liking to the style and whatnot. However, if there were to be a collection of them, I think it will grow on people, and that's exactly what Mr. Kizaru is chasing after. He thought to himself, you know what? I could go ahead and try and turn this into a brand new collection. I could make it nice and glow in the dark, and I reckon I could get people to enjoy the full collection. So do you know what? We shall see. We shall see. If you happen to like this, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment if you can. And with that, we shall wrap up with the storages. And now we can start talking about doors. Let me just close this, and okay, let's go. We have some wooden doors. Let's go take a look at them. And then, yes. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't actually verify if it's a perfectly fine thing to jump into. I'm sorry about that. Right, so, Dystopian Cell Door. Based on the performance of all of the other sheet metal doors, I'm not surprised this is struggling. But I should also consider, if we were to see the likes of a new skin being accepted and this being turned into a brand new deployable collection, all the better for this. However, I do have to point out, this has had very low sales. I do believe most of the sales have been around 70 cents, and I can confirm that. I don't really think this is in demand as you might think it is. Could we still see a bit of a boost? I'm sure it would still get a bit of a boost if there were a deployable collection of this, but I just don't think people appreciate the design that much. We shall see what happens next. Kizaru ain't finished. He's going to still keep producing more and more and more, so you've got to keep an eye on the workshop. Also consider following them. But yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant. I've already picked up a whole bunch for fairly cheap with my buy orders. I would probably just keep an eye out for now. Typically, with a deployable collection, you want to at least see more than just 2 skins. You'll see at least maybe 4 or 5. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Now we can talk about the Birchwood Door. Yes, get a good look at this. This is made by WAGAN, Wagan and Gunya. Get a good look at that. A very nice, cool looking design. You've got some moss on the top. It's a fair bit aged. Oh no, it's not paint, it's the actual birch. Sorry. Well, you know, it's kind of peeling and whatnot. I guess, you know, it kind of need to polish it or something, you know, stop that from happening. I'm joking. But yeah, if you could get a good look at this, very nice and comfy, and you can notice that some of it glows in the dark. Yes, it has some fireflies on it. Very nice, very pretty. So if you happen to be a fan of this, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Wagan and Gunya. Then we have the Just Old Wooden Door. This is made by Jiba. Get a good look at that. Yep. It's just an old wooden door. Do you happen to like old vintage style skins? Well, look at that and consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Jiba. Then we have the Portal Wooden Door. Yes, this isn't any standard old wooden door. No, it's got a portal in it. This is made by Smoothie and someone else I didn't catch there. Sorry about that. Smoothie and Kerry. Yep. Very nice, very cool, very strange, very odd. But yeah, on the other side, it's like all bordered up so you don't fall in. That's cool. That's a cool looking design. I don't think many people done anything like that. Imagine if you could have a door like that where you just kind of like walk through it. That would be cool. Maybe just for like a goofy Halloween thing in the future. It wouldn't be a skin, but something you get in game. So, cool idea. Best of luck to you two. And Smoothie. Where's the altar skins? Where's the altar skins? Come on. He's taking a break, don't worry. Okay, so then we have the batten wooden door. Get a good look at that. Another very nice grounded style of skin. It's got some ever so nice carpentry style to it. Best of luck to you, Chris. If you happen to like this skin, please consider voting yes or no if you happen to like this design, and if you happen to need a brand new wooden door skin. Then we are now moving on to the likes of sheet metal doors. We have G-Dreamer, also known as Golden Dreamer, I believe. He has produced the Guardian of Evil sheet metal door. He is very evil and scary looking. You've got all the runes on the side here, the glow-in-the-dark eyes. Why are they so mad? What are they protecting? You will only know if you happen to get the skin accepted, and you can buy it in the future. So, best of luck to you, Mr. G-Dreamer, and if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Don't forget to also consider offering a comment. Alright, then we have the Sealed Agony metal door. Get a good look at this. This is made by Kurama Project. Anyone trying to open the door, be careful. It won't be easy to stop the demons behind it. But who's the demons? Is that us? Are we the bad guys? Oh no. But yes, get a good look at this. Very cool. Again, not in your face in terms of its design, but a very nice grounded approach. Fairly dated looking design. Glow in the dark, as you can see. A nice, cool looking skin right there. If you favour the style that is, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider offering a nice comment. Then we have the cassette tape door. This one's a bit out there, isn't it? Yeah? So, what music does it play? Huh? You didn't tell us! It is the Super Real Zen Labs audio. Staff only, incoming message. Okay, right. It's got no music on it. Boo! It doesn't appear to glow in the dark or anything, so no mention of that. If you happen to like a perfectly goofy looking sheet metal door, please consider voting yes or no for cassette tape version 2 sheet metal door. Best of luck to you, Mr. Yeah. Also, don't forget, also consider offering a nice comment. Right, we do have more doors to take a look at, don't worry. We've got some even goofier looking doors, and then a double sheet metal door. Right, so continue with the sheet metal doors. We have the observation door, glow in the dark green, very nice stab pitch. Get a good look at that. Do you like this style? It's kind of sci-fi-esque, I guess you could say. Let's just get a good look at it with a bit more lighting. Interesting. Do you like this style? Do you like what you see? Here it is during a bit, it's like early in the morning. Yep, so, do you like it? Please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Mr. Stapitch. Then we have the hippopotamus sheet metal door. This is the non-glowing version. This is made by Upor and Hypermonster. Why are we getting such goofy skins now? Why has everything got to be an animal? I don't know. But let's just accept the right. Anyway, as you can see there, perfectly goofy hippo. But over to here, we have the glow-in-the-dark one. And suddenly he got quite creepy. It's kind of like FNAF, I guess you could say. Well then, if you happen to be a fan of what you... Even during the day, his eyes glow, it's scary. Yes, if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you, Upor and Hypermonster. And lastly, the final deployable skin that we're going to talk about today. This right here is the Great Art All Room Double Sheet Metal Door. Get a good look at this. It glows in the dark, as you can see. Look at it during the day. Ever so nice. Get a good look at that. You got ore, you got loot, you could put all your stuff in there. Very cool. This is made by GBG. Do we have any other pictures? That's a much more stylish looking photo. So yes, if you happen to like what you see right here, please consider voting yes or no. And also, don't forget, please also consider offering a nice comment if you'd like. And with that, that is the final deployable skin of this week. So if you could go for all these skins yourself, consider voting yes or no if you happen to like them, if they have any interest to you. Also, which skin out of all of this batch do you reckon has the best chances of potentially being accepted? Which one of them was your favourite design? Feel free to comment, feel free to say, because now we're going to be moving on to the likes of weapons and tools. I just need to take a real quick drink. I'm still mumbling a little bit. I'm very sorry about that. I had a 2-week break, please understand. I've got to get back into the groove. Right. Let's go. Right then, people, let's hop in. Let's start talking about weapons and tools. Here we have a grenade, a hammer, 2 Savage Sword skins. We got a ice pick. That's a good thing to talk about. And then a hatchet all by itself. That's a little bit weird, but don't worry. Let's start talking. Let's start talking about the Constructor F1 grenade. And that's all we have. That's the only picture that we have. So, you know what? I will talk about this real quickly. When was the last grenade skin that we had accepted? Do you know? Start guessing right now, because I'll go take a look, and the answer is... Sorry, I meant to click that. Right, come on. F1 grenades. The last grenade skin to be accepted, I think, was 2018. And the answer is, no, it's 2017. Oh, wow. Even further back, 6 years. Now, I'll be honest with you. Are you going to really want to skin something if it's just going to explode and disappear? It's the Satchel Child situation. But you might sit there and say, but Hedge, all of these are in the positive. Yeah, because they came out 6 years ago, and there was only so many of them in circulation. So they're kind of rare. They're like a Fabergé egg of rust, I guess you could say. Even though we actually have Fabergé eggs. Don't worry, Hedge is being silly. It's just being metaphorical. Anyway, cool looking design. You've been trying to get your constructor set up for a while, haven't you, HQM? You had the likes of the Yoka. Wait, hang on a minute. We got two batches. Uh-oh. You're not allowed to do that. Wait, hang on a minute. When was that produced? When was that put on? This was put up a week ago. Hedge made a mistake. Well, you know what? Fine then. You get to have a double feature. We shall see. But yeah, you weren't actually supposed to submit a skin last week, HQM. You're supposed to take a break. We shall see if that potentially gets accepted. Up to you if you happen to like it. Anyway, moving on. Here we have the high-quality metal hammer made by Diaz. So it looks like he's pacing himself before he jumps into making the likes of Tier 2 armor for the likes of high-quality metal. Now, of course, we were hoping to see Hoodie and Pants being accepted. Didn't happen. Maybe we'll see a future version 2 for the Hoodie and Pants, potentially. Who knows? But again, with the likes of this, it's a continuation, and we do need to talk about when was the last hammer skin to be accepted. And I should also point out, throughout all of this year, we've had some very interesting hammer skins being produced, part of notable collections, still no acceptances. The last marketable hammer skin to be introduced to Rust was about 18 months ago, in the beginning of March 2022. It's been a very long time. For some strange reason, Face Punch doesn't seem to like marketable hammer skins anymore. They don't want to have them in the Rust stores anymore, which is weird because you're always using a hammer. I don't know. And as you can see, if you look at all of these skins, even though most skins are suffering right now, the hammer skins, they're perfectly fine. They're doing perfectly good. They're all in the green, mostly, except this one. So, weird, isn't it? Weird. Anyway, high-quality metal collection. Let's just look at that. So, we've been hoping to see more continuations in regards to core pieces. That's the wrong high-quality metal collection. My apologies. Come on, show me Diaz's one. Here you go. So we had the likes of weapons, we had the Tier 3 armor, and we got the surprise of the boots and gloves, but where are the other core pieces? Before we had Halloween, a little bit before it, we had the submission of the Hoodie and Pants. I don't think we're going to see them being accepted. I would be surprised. But I get the feeling we're going to have to probably see a version 2 being produced now. We did see the likes of tools being produced just before Halloween, and now we've got another tool being produced just after Halloween. We've got the high-quality metal hammer. And I'll be honest with you, if we were to see that hammer skin being accepted, I don't think we're going to see that much of a spike in demand, spike in price. With the likes of these boots and these gloves appearing, it did cause this Tier 3 to go up in price a fair bit, but with the likes of these, I just don't think a hammer's going to have that much of an impact. So it would be nice to see, but I just can't imagine it's going to really cause that much of a difference with this. So for that, I'd say kind of steer away from that. If you happen to like it, you can still buy the skins, but you get the idea. So cool looking hammer. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. And could we potentially see the first marketable hammer skin to be accepted to a Rust store in about 18 months? Or we shall see. Best of luck to you, Diaz. Also, Diaz, congrats with the Twitch drops. Right, now we're going to move on to salvage swords. So we recently just had a salvage sword skin being accepted, and well, we could go for another. Here is the machete sword. Get a good look at that. This is made by Cagliane and Janlar. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Get a good look at that. And as you are probably fully well aware, most salvage sword skins now have some form of transparency to kind of give it a much nicer, cooler looking, unique design. But unfortunately, all of the salvage sword skins that have come out like over the past 2 years have not performed very nicely, so awkward. But hey, if you like a skin and you want to use it, you're going to buy it regardless. So yeah, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too, and we shall see what happens next. Then we have the likes of the Soulless Legion sword. This is made by Mr. Verona. He's been trying to produce a Soulless Legion collection for quite some time, hasn't he? Well, actually, this is a version 2. Oh, okay then. Wait, hang on a minute. Oh, so that's version 1. So get a good look at that. Very nice, very cool. It's a little bit more flatter. And then if we were to take a look at the other one, this has got spikes. Get a good look at that. This one's got spikes. Yeah, that one's looking cool. Okay, right. So, which one do you prefer? Please consider voting yes or no for the Soulless Legion sword. And best of luck to you, Mr. Rona. So, yep, very nice, very cool. But let's now move on. Here we have the likes of an attempt for an ice pick skin. Again, this is another item that has not had a skin in about 6 years. Let's just quickly confirm that. It's 2018. 2018. I picked the wrong thing. 2018, I believe. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to look at ice pick. Okay, so I'll go here, and then I'll go here, a salvaged ice pick. I got that wrong. Yeah, 2018. 2018 was the most recent one, Stinger ice pick. That was at the very beginning of 2018. But yeah, we had quite a lot of skins being submitted and accepted back in the likes of 2017. Kind of ended at 2018. And yeah, we just don't see them being accepted anymore. Now, every now and then, there's been a fairly cool looking salvaged ice pick skin being produced, but they just don't get accepted. A little bit odd. But you know what? What we can point out is this is technically a continuation. Do you remember the prototype tools? One of them, what was it? It was a salvage sword, wasn't it? There you go. Yes, so this was produced by Dark Schneider and Z Skipper, as you can see right here. Very nice, very cool. Unfortunately, you know, we literally just talked about the salvage sword skins, didn't we? This right here is a salvage sword skin. Awkward. Now, you're going to probably ask, okay, so if this ice pick skin were to be accepted, would we potentially see the likes of that salvage sword skin go up in price? My answer to you is no. No. When you have a collection that only consists of weapons and tools, typically, by default, you'll most likely see them not really budge. Now you might point out and sit there and say Chameleon and Redemption Collection, and well, they're special. They look extra shiny and extra stand in your face and extra cool. So, yeah, they're different. They're picturesque, I guess you could say. These, not so much. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's by design, and what it does go well with is the Lumberjack set, because, you know, it had all of those very cool prototype style tools as well, didn't they? So, yep. Could we potentially see a brand new ice pick skin being accepted in the future? We shall see, but I don't imagine if this were to be accepted, the likes of that salvage sword skin would go up in price that much. But by itself, that would probably sell a lot. I don't know whether it's going to be a positive investment, because we haven't had one of these in 6 years, so almost. So we'll find out, I guess. If you happen to like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two gentlemen, and we shall see what happens next. Right, now we have a random hatchet skin made by Vold. Yep, it's got some transparency. There is no pickaxe. I don't know. So, if you happen to like what you see here, please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the likes of the Constructor hatchet right here, along with the likes of the Constructor pickaxe. As we just found out, this was actually submitted on time for this week. I accidentally looked at the grenade from last week, so HQM, you're quite lucky. So yes, get a good look at these tools. Do you like what you see? Do you like the design? Do you like to see this potentially being accepted? Please consider voting yes or no. I hope you're wearing pants. Please consider voting yes or no. Right, awesome. Right, now we have guns. Sweet, delicious guns. Now, there were some rules put out to skin creators recently that they have to aim down the sight for images and whatnot, so I hope we do see that. Let's hope. Right, so this is made by Hashaki. This is the carbon sap. Get a good look at this. Do you happen to like this design? Are you a fan of it? Get a good look at that. Aim down the sight. Perfection. Well done, Mr. Hashaki. Perfectly fine design. Not too wacky. Not too silly. Just a very nice base colour scheme. Straightforward design. People appreciate this. If you are a person who appreciates that, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider commenting. And Hashaki, let's see if you could get your first ever skin to be accepted in a Rust store. Then we have the likes of the Sport Edition Python. This is made by Bastaz. Do we have some gifts? Yes, we do. Get a good look at that. Nice and shiny. Bastaz is also trying to chase after their first ever skin to be accepted in a Rust store. And if we just quickly hop over to here, get a good look at the colour scheme. It's nice and bright and blue with the nice little checkered design there. And if we could aim down the sight, there we go. Perfection. We can see that it has a somewhat bluish grey tint for its aim sight, so that should be perfectly fine for every single environment. Very nice, very cool. If you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no, and we will now proceed. Here we have a continuation. It is the SMGnana from the Banana Collection. Get your daily dose of potassium. No, it doesn't glow. Wonderful. Great. Thank you very much, Mr. Debsky and Mr. PYH. They have gone and produced another banana banger. Sorry, I hate myself for saying that. So yeah, we have had a ton of banana skins accepted this year, haven't we? And, well, if we were to see another banana being accepted, will that potentially help the batch? Well, if we just quickly hop over to here, I hope we have all the banana skins in the collection in this SMM now. That is the wrong banana. That is the wrong banana. It had bruises all over it. Right, this is the banana collection. Perfection. Right. So there is a bit of a problem with this collection. Someone brought it up to me and it makes a lot of sense. When you're looking for a specific item on Steam, like I need a skin for a Thompson, for example. If I type in Thompson, Thompsonana's not going to appear. Why? Because it's called Thompsonana, not Thompson. And this is where people pointed out that maybe because people can't easily find the skins in the Steam market, that they don't get bought that much. And that's a little bit of a worry. Do you reckon that's a thing? Anyway, judging by the fact that this is mostly weapons, and we never got that Hedge pants accepted, so awkward for these. I don't think a custom SMG is going to magically cause all of this to spike demand, spike in price. It's in a bit of an awkward spot. The Banana Collection really did suffer during the October times, the bad times, but when everything clears up and we get to post-Christmas time, will things improve with the likes of this? At the very least, I think the Thompsonana will be in the positive by January 2024. We shall see, but I just can't imagine the custom SMG is going to magically change the world. Cool looking skin, perfectly fine banana, but I just don't imagine this banana is going to cause all of these bananas to go back up in price. So that's something I would avoid for now. Okay, so best of luck to you too, and if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no, and also consider offering a nice comment. Whether you like it or not, you could offer some feedback or offer some nice words. Keep them nice and motivated to keep putting out very nice creative bananas. Right, now we have the likes of the old acrylic MP5. This is made by Kuvahu. Get a good look at this. We have a nice GIF. And we can see a bit of the shine. It's mostly green. Kind of nice design right there. Aim down the sight here. What do we have? We have black, but with the outer parts in a brighter green. That's looking ever so nice and useful for every single environment. Very cool. We have a Trakmer. So yes, if you happen to like what you see right here, if you are in need of a brand new MP5, please consider voting yes or no for Kavahu's old acrylic MP5. Then we have the factory new Thompson, produced by Algorithm and other Algorithm. Yes, get a good look at that. Very cool, very nice, very shiny, very sleek. It's not really a skin, it's just a nice, cleaned up, very cool looking, straight out of the box, factory new Thompson. And you know what? Fair enough, that's actually a very nice, cool approach to this. Do you like that? Is that something you need in your life? Gentlemen, it's not always about the colour scheme, the bright colours and whatnot. No. Sometimes you just need a nice, sleek, brand, fantastic, new-looking Thompson right in front of you. So, yes, if you like that, please consider voting yes or no, and best of luck to you too. And let's now proceed to talk about Concentric Metal LR300. This, of course, is another continuation of a collection. We have Concentric Collection, right, gentlemen? So we did just literally have an LR300, however, there will be the Halloween rush store this week, so maybe that's going to be enough time in between. But yeah, Concentric Collection. Get a good look at this. Get a good look at that. We do have to bring up that LR300s are a little bit awkward. They don't tend to do super great in terms of being investments. But then we should get a proper look at the likes of the Concentric Collection. And what do we see here? We have an AK. We have Tier 2 armor, and we also have the MP5. Will the likes of an LR300 cause all of this to spike demand, spike in price? No. It's kind of like the Banana Collection. This suffered pretty badly during the autumn-fall seasonal dip. You know, October time, worst time for rust skins and whatnot. We have seen attempts for Tier 3 armor and Hoodie pants to be accepted. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But if we were to see the LR300 being accepted, what might happen with all of this? I imagine it would just basically stay in the same position it is right now. So, awkward. Yeah, very awkward. It is what it is. So, if you happen to like it, if you want to see more skins for the Concentric Collection, please consider voting yes or no for Confusion's Concentric LR300. Best of luck to you, Mr. Confusion. Then we have an Arctic Skull M39. Get a good look at these gifts. Wow, we got a lot of motion here. Very nice, very cool. And, he's taken his jaw away. Oh, he's put it back in. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, yes, it's another skin for the Arctic Skull collection. Ha-ta-ta-ta-ta. Yes, we know. So, M39 skins. We don't see many of them, do we? We did have one not too long ago, though. And let's just see how that's holding up. Yep, it's down 37%. Cool. Yeah, awkwardness based on the fact that this just doesn't really have that many skins. And when we do see a skin for it, it gets bought quite a fair bit. And then suddenly people realise, oh, I don't actually even use the M39 that much. And then it goes down in price. Awkward. But, yeah, Arctic Skull is what we should be looking at. So, Arctic Skull collection, here we go. What's that currently looking like? A fair bit awkward because, you know, it is a weapon-only collection. This is something that happens by default. When the collection only consists of weapons or tools, you will most likely see all of them in the negative. You need at least some deployables and some clothing and armor skins to really see a bit of a difference. Now, we had a bit of a fuss about this earlier this year because we thought, you know what, you could look at all of this and think maybe this could be the budget comics weapon set. Because if you look at all the comic skins at the moment, they're pretty pricey. And they're only going to get more pricier when we roll into post-Christmas time. Pure white skins in the snow environments, that's going to help out well when you have all of your whiteout skins and whatnot on. So, yeah. These might work out very nice in the future purely based on that. But the likes of this, I can't imagine it's going to cause all of them to magically spike in demand, spike in price. It's more a case of people will probably be buying this because it's a whole lot more affordable compared to like the comics collection. But at the end of the day, you're probably still a fan. You're probably still a fan of seeing some more M39 skins. So with that, would you consider voting yes or no if you happen to be a fan or not? Don't forget to also consider offering a nice comment. And best of luck to you, Mr. Alloy and Mr. Hook. All right. Now we have a whole bunch of AKs and some sniper rifles, and that'll be all of the weapons and tools for this week. Let's hop in and take a look at the likes of the Winter is Coming AK-47. You've got a cool looking polar bear here. He's very angry. Cool stuff there, son art. You can see the progress of the design. No, it's not a polar bear anymore. Yes, it's not. Yes, it isn't. He's just very cold. Yeah, that's why he turned white. Yeah, so it's a polar bear, as you can see right there. Very nice, very cool. Cool looking AK, aimed down the sight. What do you see? It's looking like it's just a pure black aim sight. So, if you happen to like this, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, son up. Let's now move on. Here we have the likes of the Death of the Beast AK-47. This is made by SMN and Jenna Croco. Again, you can see a gif of how it progressed. And, no, go back over here. Get a good, better look at this. I guess it's supposed to kind of look like prehistoric design. Very nice, aim down the sight. Got a cool looking design of a bird there. Red aim sight, useful for most environments. Yep, I think people will be appreciating this. So if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no for the Death of the Beast AK-47. Best of luck to you, SMN and Jenna Croco. Then we have the AK-47 Diesel Boost. Get a good look at this. Made by Eros and Drugvlad. You got a very cool flame style effect. Very nice. Same down the sight at some point. Yep. And what's the colour? Red, I believe. Yep. Very cool. Fire. So, yes. Do you like the fire? Do you like AKs? Well, we got the best combination for you. Please consider voting yes or no for the Diesel Boost AK-47, and best of luck to you too. Then we have the Prickly Roses AR. Get a good look at this. This is made by Trigger. Very nice. Very cool. You've got all the fawns. Got a bit of blood there because, you know, you've been handling it. Ouch, ouch, ouch. The fawns do hurt. And get a good look at it there, in game. Very nice. He's taking his jaw away. Oh, no. Well, that'll stop him from talking. Aim down the sight. What do we see? A very useful red aim sight. So, get a good look at that. Get a good look at that. Are you a fan of this? Do you like what you see? Please consider voting yes or no if you're a fan of this. And best of luck to you, Mr. Trigger. All right. Then we have the likes of Bonecat AK-47 made by Papacarl. Again, you can also see how they progressed with the design of this skin. And then we can get a good look at it in-game. So first of all, the promotional image. Very nice style to it. Very cool. And then if we could just get a good closer-up look. Very, very nice. Very cool. Aim down the sight. Where do we see that? Aim down the sight. You need to aim down the sight, buddy. Be prepared for that in the future. Right, so if you're a fan of this, please consider voting yes or no, and also consider a nice comment. Now we have the Amethyst AR made by Mr. Ghost. If you aren't fully aware, Ghost was the one who made the Charitable Rust AK-47. If you appreciate that, you could offer him some more appreciation because he's still putting out some very interesting skins every single week. He's trying to get his first skin to be accepted in a Rust store where he gets paid. Yeah. Sorry, Ghost. Hey, you helped them out. There was a lot of sales for that AK, so props to everyone who bought it. I think it had like 10,000 sales. Let's just quickly take a look. So let's just find this out. Yeah, 8,000. Still, that's quite a lot. That's like $80,000. So well done, Ghost. You helped out Charitable Rust, raise a lot of funds, and well, let's see if you can get your Amethyst AR accepted. Very nice, very cool. If you like the design of what you see here, wait, where's the aim down the sight image? There it is, perfecto. And we looked at this. Hedge, you've been stupid again. Oh, it's just a normal occurrence. Yeah. If you're a fan of this, please consider voting yes or no. And crystal height is depicted differently based off light and shading. Hopefully this gets approved for stores so you can see for yourself in better quality. Yeah, as you spin around, it sheens and shines and it looks ever so nice. So keep an eye out for that. If you like this type of design, you know what to do. Right, Hawk AK-47. Get a good look at this. It's a Hawk. And, oh, cool. The stock right there. It's got a claw there. And I guess this is his other claw. Interesting approach. Very nice shaft and xenon. Get a good look at this. Aim down the sight. What do we see? Mostly black. Perfectly fine. Chat. YouTube. Do you like what you see here? Please consider voting yes or no for the Hawk AK-47, and best of luck to you two. Oh, alright, so we're done with the AK-47s now, and now we're jumping straight in to the likes of the Pirate Collection's brand new bolt-action rifle. Let's get a good look at this. Got all the nice wrapped up flag all around it and whatnot. Aim down the sight. What do I see? Useful red aim sight. So, this is a brand new skin for the Pirate Collection. So let's just quickly hop over to here, type in Pirate. And what do we see for the collection at the moment? It's mostly all in the positive, yes. Mostly all of the Pirate Collection was at its lowest point at the beginning of October. Yet now, all of this has started to steadily increase in price. Steadily, not insanely, but steadily. And once we reach around post-Christmas time, a lot of people who can't afford those blackout skins will probably be looking at the likes of all of these skins. So, the first thing that I would want to make a nice comparison to is the fact that we do have a blackout bar, I believe. Now, you also should be aware that we don't really have that many bolt-action rifle skins. We had a very long time where we didn't have any in the Rust store and whatnot. We did have one this year, which was very nice. Where's the blackout one? There you go. Blackout bar it is the direct competitor, and there's 60,000 of them in circulation. This came out during early 2021, during the hype period that was offline TV era. So that's why I had a ridiculous amount of sales. But yeah, I don't think people are going to be clamoring for a budget blackout bar. But you know what? They would probably be clamoring for a brand new Pirate Collection skin. Pirate Collection has a lot of suitors. Lots of people clearly appreciate it. It had a ridiculous amount of sales, and the skins are still holding up nicely. Therefore, people are still buying it. The price is still holding up. Things are still working out ever so nicely for this collection. So if we were to see a bolt-action rifle being accepted with the likes of all of this go up in price, I don't think it's going to cause all of this to go up in price and up in demand. It's just naturally kind of going up in price and up in demand. So a bolt-action rifle would still be very nice. It could accompany the likes of the Redemption bar that we had accepted earlier this year. But I don't imagine it's going to cause all of this to go up in price. But by default, I would kind of consider, like, hey, if you think this might work out very nicely around January time when loads of people return to play the game, and as I said, if they can't afford blackout, what are they going to buy instead? Well, there you go. So, something for you to consider, but yeah, very nice to see. Good stuff there, 1 on JN 34633. You got a skull right there. Very cool, very cool. So, if that's something that appeals to you, please consider voting yes or no, and yeah, best of luck to you too. Then we have the Biohazard L96. This is made by Legacy. Get a good look at this. Yep. Perfection. Very nice for the promotional images. Here's the in-game image. Do we have a nice aim down the sight? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if you aim down the sight because it's always going to be the same. You cannot change the colour of the aim sight for L96. So you're going to put a scope on it anyways. Yeah. So if you are looking for a brand new L96 skin, why not consider looking the likes of this? Why not consider voting yes or no? It's in your hands. And don't forget, also consider offering a nice comment. And with that, that was all the weapons and tools. That was every single one. So, which one was your favourite? Which one do you reckon has the best chances of potentially being accepted in a future Rust store? Feel free to comment. Feel free to speak your mind. And yeah, I will quickly take a break and then we'll talk about the remaining skins, that is the clothing and armour. Oh, mate. Did I breathe enough there? Right. We're actually on pretty good pace, so I could probably wrap this up in about 15 minutes, but we have some very notable collections to talk about here. It's going to be a very interesting talk, so sit back, relax. Gentlemen, it is time to start talking about the clothing and the armour. We're starting off with some very goofy looking skins, so here we go. Here we have the likes of a cartoon wig balaclava made by Slivkey. Now, I will point this out, many people in the past have gone ahead and tried to produce some very goofy, cool looking hairstyle skins, as in, I'm going to turn this balaclava into this mop-up of hair. We do have the likes of a toupee. Gotta remember how to type, how do you spell toupee? Is this it? Oh, there you go, yeah. We already have something like this. This was one of those goofy skins of the early era of Rust, like 6 years ago, yeah. I don't think Face Punch is clamouring to look for something like this ever again. If anything, they'd probably make it themselves and sell it. That shouldn't surprise you too much. So it's a very goofy, silly skin, but I don't think something like that's going to be acceptable anymore. We shall see. I mean, if you would like to have some hair in Rust, because you're probably bald, please consider voting yes or no. And also consider offering a nice comment. So best of luck to you, Slivkey. I'm just not 100% sure if that's going to be okay, but who knows? Okay. Why are you wearing a Dracula shirt with a burger on your head? Yeah, this is just normal. So, it's a burger on a plate. Wouldn't you like a burger on a plate? No, it's not a burger on a plate. It's a boonie hat. So, hey, do you like burgers? Do you need a nice, sweet, delicious, tasty-looking burger in your life? Please consider voting yes or no for the Burger Boonie, produced by Kelmer Legend and Barurik. No, it doesn't glow in the dark. If it did, that would be quite questionable, wouldn't it? Yes, they are Count Burgers. Burgula. Count Burgula. Yes, all right, we'll go with that. Okay, so yeah, if you're a fan of that, please consider voting yes or no, and yeah, you get the idea. Burger. All right, then we have El Leopardo, Boonie hat, burlap shirt, burlap pants. Gentlemen, would you like to look extra suave and extra lavish and cool as you mow down Zerg after Zerg after Zerg? Yes, this is a cool looking design. Look at that. what are we looking at? I'll be honest with you, it's something different. So yeah, this is a silly little design produced by Double M, Mr. MM. Get a good look at that. Look at his style. Look at his suave self. Looking extra nice. Doing a little dance. Yep. We don't have many, we didn't get that many burlap stuff this year, did we? We got the Arctic stuff, and then that was it, wasn't it? So, do you reckon we're due for a cool-looking, silly setup like this? Well, it's in your hands, people. Please consider voting yes or no if you happen to like the El Leopardo burlap set. Looks really silly. It's the type of stuff you'd want to wear when you're doing poker, so. All right. Moving on, we have a whole bunch of ponchos. Get a good look at these. And then we have a bandana, and then we have some jackets. Right then, so this is produced by Mr. Chillag. We have a video. Brace yourselves, people. Kino is about to happen. I have to turn the audio off, Chillag. But you can watch this with audio on if you want to go through the list yourself. So, let's just turn this off and let's see what we see. So we have the cool-looking poncho skin right there. Get a good look at this. Very nice, cool-looking type of design. Loads of colours. Interesting approach. Mr. Chillag's always putting out an ever-so-nice, cool-looking showcase video. And yes, so, do you like this drifter poncho? Do you need it in your life? Do you reckon that's the type of style that you need in Rust right now? Please consider voting yes or no for Chillag's drifter poncho. Best of luck to you, sir. He is also chasing after his first ever skin, so who knows what might happen. And let's see all that support. There we go. I can't read that. Sorry. Right, K Vladimir, and hello. What do we see right here? Get a good look at this. This is the Emo Core poncho and bandana. So get a good look at that bandana. If anything, I should have looked at a picture of both of them being worn. Do you have a picture of that? Do you have a picture of that? There you go. Well, I mean, you could get a look at both of them there. Cool. Cool. So, yes, when was the last time we had a poncho accepted? It wasn't that long ago, was it? We've had quite a lot. I mean, ever since like 2 years ago, we've been seeing a lot of them. Poncho? No, poncho. I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see a poncho being accepted for week 2 Halloween. Yeah, we've had a lot. We've had a lot. We've had a lot. Peter Poncho was the last one. God, no wonder I forgot. It was like 2 months ago. So, yes, get a good look at that. Get a good look at that. Is this your style? Is this what you need in your life? Is this what you need? Please consider voting yes or no. And best of luck to you, K. Vladimir, and hello. Then we have the Polar Fear jacket. Get a good look at this. This is the Vagabond jacket. Very nice, exquisite, cool looking. I do believe it's like from the carcass of a dead polar bear. Very nice. Very cool. So this is made by Vase and Lynx. Get a good look at that. If you need another Vagabond jacket skin... Sorry, lost my breath there. Went a little bit funny. If you happen to need another jacket skin in your life, made out of pure animal, well, please consider voting yes or no for the Polar Fear jacket. Best of luck to you, Vase and Lynx. Hey, Rust lovers, thanks for visiting. Here is my recent skin, a jacket made out of a polar bear skin and other parts such as the skull. I guess right. Well, there you go. Now we have the designer leather jacket. It is dirty. This did come in 2 versions. I think Ven decided to... Oh, he's got another one now. This wasn't around before. That was weird. Anyway. Let's just take a look at this one. So here we have the dirty one. It's not as shiny. It's not as bright. Get a good look at that. Very nice. Very cool. And if we look at the much more cleaner one, yeah, you can notice it's a fair bit brighter. Its coloration's a little bit more noticeable. Sharper, I guess you could say. So yes, if you happen to like this designer leather jacket, please consider voting yes or no, and maybe Ven could get a skin accepted anytime soon. So best of luck to you, Ven. And let's now start talking about the likes of Hoodie and Pants, because we have a very interesting batch here with a continuation to talk about. Right, Prison Hoodie and Pants. Now, I must point out, I've seen many attempts for this in the past. I don't think Face Punch cares too much. We already have, like, prisoner stuff. I think it's burlap, though. So, Sendox, we shall see. It's a perfectly fitting, cool-looking design. But I cannot guarantee anything like that will be considered okay in Face Punch's eyes. Because, yes, I have seen many instances in the past. So... if you personally happen to be a fan of what you look at right here, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Sendox. Still looking for your first ever skin to be accepted. And yeah, so, like I said, if you happen to be a fan, please consider voting yes or no. Right, Mishka and Bobosas. Get a good look at this. It looks like they're trying to make a fairly... Is that like desert colours, or is it like green colours? It's awkward. I'm pretty sure that's desert colours. It's just looking a fair bit washed out. It's very I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be do you understand? If this was like in the actual game, I'd get a much better understanding of what the coloration's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be like Desert Raiders in a sense. Okay, I mean, it's fine, but that's the only image that we have. Yeah, if you happen to like Ranger Hoodie and Pants, then please consider voting yes or no. And best of luck to you two, Mishka and Bobosas. And now we have quite a lot to talk about. Yes, we do. This right here is Ronin Hoodie and Pants, and this is where we start yelling a lot. This is a very successful collection so far, based on the fact that every single time we saw a Ronin skin being submitted, it was instantly accepted in the next rush store. Every single skin that you see here was an early pick. Now, this right here, this cannot be an early pick because we have Halloween week 2. We've established that more than enough. But this is... Listen, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this is accepted. I wouldn't be surprised if all of this spikes in demand. Why? Because it's a new core piece, and by default, when a new core piece is accepted into Rust, all the pre-existing core pieces that are currently in the Steam market will spike in demand and spike in price. Now, we have noticed a bit of a quantity difference between the likes of Tier 2 and Tier 3. So Tier 3 is kind of awkward at the moment, but rest assured, if this is accepted, all of this will still spike in price. Even the gloves, yeah, even the gloves. So this right here is looking to be a perfectly fine thing to consider investing into. Whilst it's cheap, consider jumping in. I wouldn't be surprised if some people probably already jumped into likes of these skins already today, though. So if I were to look at sales, only 6. What about over here? Only 8 and only 10. Yeah, it's open season, guys. Choice is yours. I already have a nice, decent match. We shall see what happens next. But I'll be honest with you, pretty confident that will probably be accepted. We will get a full, complete collection of Ronin collection. And, well, yeah, things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty sweet. So, yeah, best of luck to you, Bad Trip and Hulk. But I'll be honest with you, I'm confident it's going to be working out perfectly fine for it. But at the end of the day, if you happen to like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. But honestly, wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. So, cool looking, full red collection, potentially in the future. Very nice. Very nice. Speaking of continuations of collections, we have Abyss Hoodie and... we already had the Hoodie and Pants Hedge. I'm talking about boots and gloves. Yes, Roadsign gloves to be specific. So, a good couple weeks back, we saw the likes of boots and gloves being accepted separately for the high-quality metal collection. The Tier 3 armour went up in price very, very nicely. People jumped in and bought it all out because they thought, yeah, potentially we could anticipate more. But with the likes of Abyss collection, it's got all its core pieces now. It's got everything. So if we were to look at the previous week, you will see that the Abyss Hoodie and Pants came out last week with the charitable Rust skins. And when you look at all of the Abyss collection, you'll see most of it's in the positive. Tier 3's a fair bit awkward. Again, it's the quantities in comparison to the other skins. Awkward. It is what it is. But boots and gloves. Will boots and gloves have a positive impact on the likes of all of these? Yes, I would expect that. I would expect people will be hopping in this even more. Honestly, when I looked at this, based on the borders that these hoodie and pants already have, it really didn't look like it was... It doesn't look like it's ever going to go below $2, ever. Because this big fat boulder that you see right here at $2, that appeared when we did our abnormal boulders, and straight up it just looked perfectly fine to hop in and do a purchase. And, well... Even then, the hoodie and pants, for example, were still the least selling pieces, core pieces that is, compared to all the other skins. So everything's looking very nice for this. Hardly any quantity on the Steam market. There's room to attack. There's room to attack. The choice is yours. But yeah, boots and gloves definitely will give it a nice boost. And then when it rolls into post-Christmas time, do you reckon a lot of people are going to be jumping in and wanting to use this? We shall see. We shall see. But it's a full collection now. So... boots and gloves very likely will be the only thing that could give all of this a boost. If you're confident, if you think these are definitely going to get accepted, all the better. Let's get a much better look at the likes of the boots here. Of course he has loads of sharp teeth. Every single Abyss skin does. Your toes have turned into fangs. Those socks never stood a chance. So yeah. Very cool, very nice addition. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Little Ranger and Graham Crowan. But I'll be honest with you, wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if it was accepted. And now, gentlemen, another core piece has stepped up and appeared right in front of us. Get a good look at that wonderfully sculpted ass. Perfection. Oh, and it's a nice skin. Anyway, so, cool looking skin. Continuation of the Thundergold Tier 3 that we had accepted not too long ago. And this looks very, very cool. Look at that. The gold trim, the lightning bolts all over. That is wonderfully done. So, good stuff there, Mr. Morphus and Mr. Micro. We do have a lovely little gif here of the Thunderbolt. There we go. There we go. So, when the Tier 3 was accepted, we actually saw something very interesting happen. People were buying a ton of whiteout kilts. Even though the kilt was, somewhat expensive, we did see the likes of that whiteout kilt go up in price. Now, here's something that we also have to consider. If we were to get Thundergold Tier 2 being accepted, what potentially might happen to that whiteout kilt? So let's just quickly go over all of this real quickly, because things are looking pretty interesting. Right, so whiteout kilt currently selling for $10, almost $11. And when did this come out again, the Thundergold? It was like October 5th, wasn't it? Am I correct? Yes, October 5th. So if we go over to here, yep. What happened on October 5th? It went a little bit funny, and it's been rising. Now, by default, most Rust skins have been rising ever since the beginning of October. But this probably had a bit of a push with the arrival of these two skins. Now we could potentially see a much more affordable option, that is Thundergold's own Tier 2 armor, more specifically the kilt. There's only 46 of these on the Steam market. There's next to no resistance. Guys, it's still fairly close to the price it's sold for in the Rust store. At the moment, the cheapest one is $2.76 for the chest plate and $2.67 for the face mask. If we do see the likes of this Thundergold Tier 2 being accepted, just exactly with what we said in regards to the likes of the Ronin skins that we just saw, yes, new core piece will cause previous core piece to spike in demand, spike in price ever so nicely. Now let's also remind ourselves, how much did this sell? 22,000 expectation for around both of them. Not too surprising because it looks cool, but that's not that much in the grand scheme of things. That's not too much. This very likely could become a brand new full collection. Everything's looking prime and ready for it. What do you reckon? This is uncontested. There is no other Tier 2 armor that I believe is in what is there? There is Redemption. Let's not forget about that. Redemption could still potentially appear for November Force Wipe, because technically speaking, ever since Halloween has hopped in, all skins before that have basically paused. So Redemption could still be a viable contender for November Force Wipe, but again, this could potentially be accepted over the course of the next 3 Rust stores after Halloween Week 2. So, awkward, but regardless, still hopeful for it. Still thinking it's going to work out very nicely. Things are looking very good. And if we do see the likes of a Thundergold kilt come out, what will happen to the likes of this almost $10 whiteout kilt? Will it struggle because there's a much more affordable option that's appeared? Or will it just keep going up in price because it don't care? We should be pointing out, though, that whiteout collection is ridiculous based on sales because it mostly came out during the early part of 2021 when offline TV era was full in effect, and yeah, so plenty of sales, loads of them in circulation. We'll just have to wait and see, but things are looking very promising right there. It's in your hands now what you do next. But for now, please consider voting yes or no if you happen to be a fan of what you see right here, if you happen to like this Tier 2 armor. And best of luck to you two gentlemen, more for some micro. Also, don't forget, please consider leaving a nice comment. So yeah, there was quite a lot to talk about there, but things are looking very interesting. We have 3 very notable collection continuations for active collections, so we shall see what happens for November Force Wipe. If all of that were to be accepted, that's a good Rust store. That's going to get a lot of sales. Anyway, we have one final thing to talk about. That is the skinless Tier 3 armor made by Odyssey. Get a good look at this. I think I know what this is referencing. I think. Is it the Colossal Titan? Is it? Yeah, well, anyway, yeah, maybe. Anyway, and smile for the camera. Yes, get a good look at that. So yeah, he's got no skin. He's got no skin. I forgot to get the chest plate. Oops. So yeah, very cool. 6-pack. Very nice, very nice. No trace of fat right there. It's all nice muscle and whatnot. So, if you happen to like what you see here, please consider voting yes or no for the skinless Tier 3 set produced by Odyssey. Best of luck to you, sir. And with that, that's all the skins this week. Yes, we just went through 70 different skins. There were a few extra ones. There were a few extra talking points that I brought up. But yep, that was all of the clothing and armor skins. Which one was your favourite? Which one do you reckon will have the best chance of potentially being accepted? And you could also apply that to all the skins that we saw this week. Now, do not forget, if you were to look in the description right now, you will see a link to this very collection. You can go through all the skins yourself. You can vote yes or no for all the skins you happen to like or not like. You get the idea. And also consider offering some nice comments if you can. If you offer a nice comment, you can keep the skin creators nice and motivated to keep putting out very nice creative works every single week. Sounds good? So, with that being said, do not forget, you're not going to see these skins until at least November. What's it going to be specifically, Hedge? November 2nd, right. So the 26th of October will be Halloween Week 2. It's going to be skins from all of this batch, as we mentioned earlier. Get a good look at that. Yep. How many are going to be accepted? I have no idea. Last year, for the second week, we had 15 skins accepted. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again, because we have 173 skins to pick from. So, we shall see. So, Very nice, very cool. I did this video somewhat faster than normal, but that's because we had a lot less skins to talk about. So let's see if that is a thing that, you know, stays from here and now. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. Please consider showing your support for all of these skins. Keep an eye out for next week. And with that, I'm done. Thank you very much. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.